Yo, 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 yo. Yo, what is up? Let me just put a quick comment right there. What is up? Another live, man. It's been a long time, Instagram. It's been a long fucking time. Yes, we good now. So what is up, Instagram? It's been a long time I did a live, so I thought, you know what? Just do a live. Let's talk to people a little bit. And today I want to talk about like why you need to fail. Why you need to fail in everything. Because I'm into fitness and getting people to look better, feel better. Obviously, we're going to talk about like why you need to fail in your fitness journey. You need to fail, man. Like today, I went to the gym and I'm following this new program. I changed my my deadlift stance, and I'm following this program. It's been, I think it's the 3rd month now, and I went to the gym today, and today is a max day. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do everything in my power to match my sumo deadlift with my conventional, which is my bigger lift. Obviously, it's my main stance. So my conventional is 245. So I try to get like 245 on the sumo as well. So obviously I get to the gym, I feel good, moving the weight, and I get to 240, get 240, I'm like, yes, that's good. And then next, obviously, clearly, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for 245. I tried 245 once, failed, 245 twice, failed, so I'm like, oh shit, this is not going to go well. So today I want to talk to you about why you need to fail. Why you need to fail, not only in life and everything, but why you need to fail in your fitness journey. Because no matter what sort of data is out there, no matter what sort of like whatever it is you're following, you need failure, because failure will give you data. Today, obviously, after I failed my 245 kilos deadlift, I started reflecting and I was like, okay, I did beat myself a little bit. I was like, yeah, you big little pussy, man. You should be like, you know, you should be getting that weight, man. This is easy work. And after that, I started thinking and I was like, okay, you know what? I changed a few things. I started using straps. I hate straps because they take forever to set up. You know, those things you just put on the bar. And obviously, like in my head, just before lifting the weight, I told myself that I couldn't lift it. I was kind of a bit scared. I mean, if you got 245 kilos loading on the bar, and it's quite intimidating, I have to say. So for me, I was like, in my head, I lost the battle. So the fact that I failed just got me reflecting back. It got me thinking like, you know what did I do wrong? What can I change? How can I adjust? Next cycle is in, I think, 6 or 8 weeks again. So I know I will take that on board. When it comes to your fitness, your training, your nutrition and everything, no matter what program you're following, some are good, some are shit, of course. And you will reach the point where you will fail. You will reach the point where either you're not going to be able to cope with the workouts, technique, volume, intensity. You won't be able to do it because it's hard. Your body's not used to it, although you're building up that. So you reach a point of failure, and then that failure should either be kind of like a fuel for the next stage. It should be the fuel for like, you know what, I'm going to come back at it. I'm going to come back and then keep fighting. The same with nutrition plans. Like I see so many people, and even myself as well, like you get on the plan, you get on the nutrition plan, on the diet, whatever it is, and things go well. You know, you start dropping weight really quick. First week you're down 2 kgs, second week 4 kgs, 5, and then so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden you hit a plateau. Now if your coach is good, obviously you're going to readjust and then keep losing it. If your coach is not good, well, that's a failure right there. And then what happens is you need to use that as a fuel. You need to use that a bit as like, you know what, back then I did this thing and it did work. Now it's not working, so like, what can I change? What's wrong? What did I go wrong? So like, you need to start looking at analyzing within yourself. So every time you fail, like start with you, like start analyzing like within yourself, what went wrong where. Okay, most people I know, majority of people start blaming, okay, you know what, I attempted a deadlift a couple of years ago and I fucked myself really bad. I hurt my back. It was really nasty, and I started blaming the whole like deadlift thing. And the only reason why I got myself hurt doing that, and I failed as well at lifting the weights, was because I didn't know how to deadlift properly. So after that failure, after that injury, I took like, I think 6 or 8 months to literally master the deadlift. And it's by far my strongest lift. I'm 6'4", I'm super taut. People say I don't really have the build to be a great deadlifter. I'm not actually. I only know that I'm kind of like stronger than the average gym dude. when I go and compete and I see guys in my weight category, they are way stronger than me. But again, it's the fact that I use that failure to fuel me. I use that failure when I was trying to lift heavy weight with a bad, shitty form and I got injured. I used that failure and I started to look at me first. I started to look at me first. I started to look at, okay, what did I do wrong? I didn't blame, I was kind of like naive into like blaming, like, oh yeah, deadlift is bad for you, it's going to hurt you, it's going to hurt your back. The same with squatting. You go to any commercial gym, like, I'll guarantee you that between 60 to 70%, even 80% of the people there never squat. Why? Because they'll be like, oh, I've got bad knees, it's hurting my back. Because you don't do it well. Because you don't do it well, because you failed at it, and instead of looking at you, instead of looking at what you're doing wrong, you're blaming the lift itself. And that's the big problem. And this is the attitude which transcends as well into nutrition. When you go through any sort of plan and then you start plateauing, you start asking yourself questions like, what happened? What did I go wrong? What did I miss? Like, ask yourself questions, okay? And it's really important for you to fail. In your fitness journey, like, if you look at all the people you're looking up to on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, people you're looking up to, people you feel like, oh yeah, this is my inspiration. This is the guy I love his drive, I love his motivation, I love his work ethic. I guarantee you that he fails once in his life, at least once, if not a lot. Okay, so like the guy you see stepping on the stage in top form, top condition, he did fail quite often. I did fail. Everybody fails. It's what you do with your failure which is super important. And as a free gift, if you look in the comments below, you will be able to get my 7-day free online coaching offer. It's for free. I'm going to be coaching you for 7 days. And of course, it's going to be a great period for me and you to get to know each other, see if I can help you, like pretty much giving you some good stuff. We already got people coming through the program right now. I'm looking at Facebook as well. People coming through the program and really getting awesome results. If you are super fat, don't expect to come in a program and in 7 days you're going to, I don't know, like lose 20, 30, 40 pounds. I'm not about this kind of bullshit. I'm just like, want to show you hacks, technique, nutrition, training, mindset stuff that you can actually carry forward in your life and to help you turn things around. So if that's you, if you're ready to change, if you're ready to transform, if you're ready to take massive actions and then really turn your fucking life around, click on the button in the comment section in Instagram. In Facebook, it's gonna be in the description of the video as well. And as usual, it's been your boy Oli. Peace out. Bye bye.